This is Miss Katie Jane from the Hoover Public Library, and I am very excited that Mrs. Lieber asked me to be a part of your Barnes & Noble book fair that is coming up. Not only did she let me go with her to the bookstore and help pick the titles, but she invited me to do some book talks so that you guys can know beforehand what's going to be there. Now obviously we can't do them all. These are just a few of my favorites. But remember, I helped her hand pick those other books, so don't just look for these books. Make sure you check out the whole selection. And before we get started, I have to warn you, Miss Katie Jane is not having a good technology day. The technology is not liking me. So what we're going to have to do is if I mess up, I'm just going to have to mess up. If I start speaking gibberish, it's just going to be part of this video. And that's just how it's going to have to roll. Don't get distracted by it. I'll try not to also. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Now these are going to be books that are for 3rd and 4th grade. Now some of them may be a little too hard for you or a little too thick for you. You don't like to read thicker books. And some you may think are a little too young. But there's all kinds of readers in 3rd and 4th grade. So we're just going to put it all out there. The first one we're going to talk about is going to appeal to kids who have loved in the past or currently love the Magic Treehouse. Now in Magic Treehouse, Jack and Annie, you know, they go up the treehouse, they get sent to different parts of time and different parts of the world when they pull books off the bookshelf. Well, this is a similar concept. Blast to the past. In this one though, a teacher sends 4 of his students from the classroom back in time to meet cool historical figures. In this first book, which is called Lincoln's Legacy, guess who they meet? Exactly, you're so smart. They meet Abraham Lincoln. This one I know for sure is going to be at your book fair, but there's also other books in the titles in the series already out, including one called Disney's Dream. Who do you think you're going to meet in that one? That's right, Walt Disney. Wouldn't it be awesome to come face to face with Walt Disney? I think so. So make sure you sneak a peek at Blast to the Past. And the series is written by Stasia Deutsch. So remember this title. Now the next one has an awesome American flag on the cover. It is called Capture the Flag by Kate Messner. Now, have you guys ever played Capture the Flag? Do you love that game? I know I like it too. Well, guess what? This is not about that at all. This is about actually capturing the flag, the United States flag, and not just any old stars and stripes. This is about 3 kids who are at a very, very, very boring party at the museum. At least it starts off boring. But then someone steals the actual Star-Spangled Banner, the huge antique flag that inspired our national anthem. Someone steals it right from the museum, and now the only people who are witnesses or have any idea about where it could be are these 3 kids. And the 3 kids track it down to the airport, and they've got to make sure that that Star-Spangled Banner does not get on any plane. So they are going behind the scenes, riding the chutes that the suitcases ride down, going on the conveyor belts, tackling security guards if necessary. All sorts of funny shenanigans in this one when they're playing Capture the Flag. Kate Messner. Alright, this next book you may think's a little scary. It's about zombies, and it is called Dead City. And it was written by James Ponti. Now usually I do not read scary things. I'm a big chicken. I have no problems telling people that. I'm a little bit scared of the dark. I'm extremely scared of chickens. I don't like zombies and vampires and stuff like that. But I picked up this book just because Suzanne Collins, who wrote the Gregor the Overlander series and the Hunger Games series, she recommended it. And I'm so glad I picked it up because this is about a girl whose mother has always worked with dead bodies. She works in the city morgues, and the girl's gone to work with her before, so she's usually not scared of dead bodies. But she quickly becomes scared of undead bodies because everyone that's going to the morgue, not all of them are staying dead. Some of them are coming back and they're going down into the subway system in New York City. And this girl learns not only 1, that there are zombies, but 2, that she is part of an elite organization, just like her parents, that has to hunt down these zombies and keep them in line. There's one thing to know that there are zombies around. It's quite another to know you have to go into the subway systems in the dark by yourself to fight them. But that's just what this girl's going to have to do. This is first in a series, 2nd book's already out, and this one I know for sure will be at your book fair. It's called Dead City by James Ponti. Now the next book is not as serious and not as scary. It does involve dragons though. It is called Dragon Breath by Ursula Vernon. This is first in a series that is a hybrid series. Do you know what that means? That means that sometimes it's done in a graphic novel style, and sometimes it's done in a normal book style. Now this is about a dragon who is off to school, a school though filled with like frogs and lizards and stuff, and he's the only dragon and he doesn't really fit in. So it's kind of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, except Greg Heffley would be a dragon. I know, it sounds awesome, right? Make sure you check out this one for sure at your book fair, and make sure you grab all the rest in the series once you're done with this one. All right, this next book, I know it looks a little girly, but it does involve ghosts, so it's not too girly. It is called Girl Meets Ghost. It's by Lauren Barnholt, and in this book, the girl in question, she has a ability to not just see, but to hear ghosts. And it's like they pop up everywhere. She'll be taking a math test and poof, there they are. She'll be headed to the bathroom and poof, there they are. She'll be trying to eat some pizza and poof, there they are. And the only way she can get rid of them is to help them find closure and move on and quit being a ghost. And it's worked pretty well until this girl meets this ghost. A ghost who looks like a girl gymnast. She's even got the outfit on. She's got to figure out how she can help this girl move on so she can quit driving her crazy at school, on the way to the bathroom, and while she's eating pizza. If you like ghost stories, if you like gymnastics, if you like things that are just a little bit different, make sure you grab this one, Girl Meets Ghost by Lauren Barnholt. All right, this next one is another Wimpy Kid read-alike. It's called My Life as a Book by Janet Chashjian. And in this book, there's a boy who he's very excited because summer is here and he has all these plans. Some of them are fun plans for him. Some of them are not so fun plans for his neighbors that he plans to do things to them. But then his parents squash all the plans because they are sending him to camp. And not just any camp. They're sending him to learning camp. He's going to actually have to read and learn things when it's not school. And he is not excited about it. But once he gets there, he realizes that maybe camp will not be as bad as he thinks. Now, this one is not quite as Wimpy Kid-like as others. It does have drawings throughout, but it's not super drawing intense. However, it does have a lot of the same funny humor as Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So make sure you grab My Life as a Book if you're a Wimpy Kid fan. All right, the last book I'm going to talk about, you maybe have read a book in this series before, but this one is perfect for the season. This one is called Winter, According to Humphrey, by Betty G. Burney, and it does feature everyone's favorite class pet, Humphrey, right there. And in this one, the holidays are coming, and even Humphrey has a job to do. He gets to squeak along to the kids singing in the Winter Wonderland program at school, but everything is not going according to plan. Will he still be squeakably excited when the time comes for him to perform? Or will there be some disasters? Or will there be like what I've had today, disaster after disaster after disaster? You'll have to find out when you read Winter, According to Humphrey by Betty G. Burney. Now guys, that was just like 7 books. Do you think you only have 7 books at your book fair? Of course not. There's tons of great stuff. Mrs. Lieber picked out a bunch. I picked out a bunch. The Barnes & Noble people picked out a bunch. And guess what? We're all book professionals. So you know that everything at your book fair is quality. So make sure you do lots of looking around. Pick out a bunch of great titles, not just for yourself, maybe for your brother or sister, your mom or dad, that special teacher, or any special someone you have in your life for the holidays. Sounds like a great idea to me. Thanks so much for putting up with me and my weird technology today. Have a great book fair and thanks for making me a part of it. Bye-bye.